thank you so much for taking this interview. And my name is Frankie, by the way.
Nice to
Frankie,
meet you.
it's nice to meet you.
Yeah.
So at first, what's your name?
My name's Ryan.
Ryan?
I'm Julia.
Julia. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So where are you from?
I'm from the United States, on the West Coast, in a town called Portland.
Yeah, I'm from Richmond, Virginia, also the United States.
I see. So you guys are students, or what do you do?
Used to study. Now I work for the state government in Washington State.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Same.
We work
The
for-
same.
Yeah.
So you are colleagues?
We
or-
are.
Yes.
Yeah, we
Oh,
are,
yes.
actually. Yeah.
So can I ask you what kind of job it is?
Sure. We work for a state representative.
Yeah.
Both of us work
We're-
for someone passing policy and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
legislative assistant is the job title.
Yeah.
I see. I see. So do you work in the same department, same team, or?
Yes,
Yeah.
you could say that. Yeah,
Oh, I
the
see.
same team. We both work to the same
We
side.
were
So.
That's
we
lovely.
were dating before we started working together.
Yeah,
Mhm.
now,
we
now we're
already
dating.
yeah,
I see.
but we were interested in the same thing.
Yeah.
So we
Mm.
actually met on a campaign.
That's good. That's cool. So is this your first time to visit Japan?
It is.
First
yes.
time.
Yeah.
Okay. So welcome to Japan.
Thank
And
you.
have you had any like a culture shock when you arrive in Japan?
I didn't really know what to expect. I've seen, videos on YouTube and
So you
and
knew,
Instagram,
how it's like.
sort of, but I've never been to
Yeah.
Asia or Japan, so
Mhm.
I didn't know what to expect. And yeah, I just thinking I came here with an open mind. I've been pleasantly surprised with many things. So
Yeah.
not just one thing.
I see.
Yeah, agreed. I kind of knew what to expect. I will say, right at the airport, I was a little confused by the toilet first because there were so many buttons.
Yeah. It's
That was
difficult
like a
to get.
surprise, but I
Yeah.
like it. It's cool. It's like I like that it's heated.
So
all
did you
kinds of
try
stuff.
any like a toilet?
Yes,
buttons?
yes, I've
Did you?
tried some of the stuff. It's
Uh,
good.
Yeah, we need those back in America.
Yeah,
They'd be very helpful.
yeah, you should
Yeah.
buy it. and
Yeah, no, we
bring it.
should.
Seriously,
Yeah.
bring it back with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how many days have you been in Japan so far?
About a
That's
week,
good
maybe.
question.
About a week.
Yeah.
A little longer, maybe 8 days, something like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
We're only
So-
here 2 more days.
Okay, I see. So what made you decide to come to Japan? The first country in Asia, right?
Yes, yeah.
So what's the reason?
My sister lives in Indonesia, and I was
Mhm.
I'm going to visit her after this trip. And,
Okay, got it.
I wanted to take a trip with her abroad,
Mhm.
and it kind of worked out to come here first, and then keep on flying to Indonesia. So
Mm.
we were thinking about maybe Hawaii or Japan, and I have a friend who lives here, and I see him post on Instagram, and this has been a destination that has been on the top of my list for travel. So
Mhm.
I was like, hey, maybe we go to Japan or Hawaii, and she was like,
Yeah.
we need to go to Japan. That's
Mm.
right.
Yeah.
That's the
I
one
see.
of the two we should go
Yeah.
to. So
So what part of culture interests you most in Japan?
in Japan, I mean,
Yeah.
I know her answer.
Really? Which one is it? Food or art?
I was gonna say
Or
fashion.
street style?
Fashion?
Yeah,
She
those
is
are my
really
big
big into
three.
fashion.
Yeah.
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 I don't know if this is like, I guess it's a culture thing, but how polite and respectful everyone is. The streets are really clean. People are really happy to help you, even if you're a dumb tourist. Asking questions. So I've just, it's different than where I come from. They're just interacting with people every day and how nice and respectful they are.
So did you have a chance to interact with local people?
I mean, yeah, walking around or
Mm.
taking the train, stuff
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah.
Restaurants, yeah. Some people.
Yeah. We met one really nice taxi driver in Kyoto who spoke to us like the entire ride and was telling us about his family and about the history of the city and stuff. It was really interesting to hear about also just like society. He was talking about his grandma was 106.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
like how Japan's
Yeah,
there's
longevity.
like an
Yeah.
longevity and also an
is.
aging society and the problems that creates for a
Wow.
workforce. It was interesting. I
Mm.
like
It's really
that.
interesting. And he told me, I don't know if this is true, if you guys can verify this, but where we live now is Seattle, and
Mhm.
Ichiro
Yeah.
Suzuki was a really famous baseball
Yeah.
player who plays for the Mariners. So when people ask me where I'm from, I usually say the West Coast or United States, but he asked specifically where we lived because he used to live in the United States, and he's like, oh my God, Seattle, Ichiro Suzuki,
Mm.
he's a big part of the culture. We, in Kyoto, he's a local.
Mm.
Saying they know a lot of shows and culture from Seattle because
Yeah.
Ichiro was really big there, and they're also into the band Nirvana and stuff like that. So I found that really fascinating. I didn't expect
Mm.
that at all.
I was surprised too.
Yeah,
Well, actually, yeah, a lot of Japanese people love Seattle
Yeah.
thanks
Really?
to Ichiro Suzuki.
that's cool.
That's
And,
see, I had
and
no
some-
idea.
Some
I didn't either.
musicians,
Yeah.
famous
Totally.
musicians.
Yeah. It's a good city. I like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I've been there, so
Oh yeah.
I love
Oh,
it. I
nice.
love
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Small world.
Yeah. So, what's been the most fun or surprising thing you've experienced here in Japan?
I really liked Kyoto. It seemed like
Mm.
still the culture shock of being in Japan, but a smaller city that's more easily navigable than Tokyo. And just, I don't know, I think that was really fascinating. One moment you'd be on an empty street with a river or a canal and there's not many people. The next street would be these high-rise malls and arcades and all that kind of stuff. So I really like Kyoto.
And I think my favorite thing was the shrines so far.
Shrines.
Like we went to several Buddhist shrines. I'd never been to one. It was really cool. All of them have been really cool. And I don't know. Like,
so now you know how to pray for God and
yeah,
kind of
like
things.
exactly.
The
Like
rule.
and
We're
you
learning.
clap and you wash your hands.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
all
that's
that stuff.
true.
I mean, don't quiz me on it,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
I'm
no
enjoying
worries,
it.
no
Yeah.
worries. Yeah. Okay, so another just random question. So people often say, you know, every country has its own like unique smell.
Oh.
So did you notice anything about about it in Japan?
Interesting. That's
So
a
for
good
example, like
question.
clean or food or street or whatever.
One thing I've noticed is not smelling anything bad. You know, in our
Yeah.
country, in our city, we don't have the best public transit. So if you're using it often, you might smell something you don't want
Yeah.
to. Like there's a lot of garbage around, but you could be taking the
Like
train around here and it's like pristine. Like
Yeah.
it's really nice, and I've noticed that. I guess.
Okay, so we got some questions from our viewers.
Oh,
So
wow.
let me ask you some. So the first question is: people say Japanese people are so polite. So do you think that's true? And did anything like specific like make you feel that way?
Yeah, we have a story for that one actually.
Oh, tell me.
I definitely agree that people have been very polite to us here. And once we got on the wrong train, we were taking a bullet train from Kyoto to Tokyo. This was just yesterday. And we got on the train just like a couple minutes before. I think it was the same train, but like not
Yeah.
the one that we had
Yeah.
booked.
Comes
And
so often.
yeah, and the man, like the conductor who's taking tickets, like came up to us and was like, "Are you on the wrong train?" Possibly looked at our ticket, told us that we were, like figured it out, found us a seat, told us it was gonna be fine, told us we could still get to Tokyo, and then at the end he said, "I'm so sorry for interrupting your meal."
Yeah,
And
it's like you just helped us. You know, you saved us so much trouble.
Yeah,
that's
he
so
could have
kind.
fined us.
Yeah.
He could have kicked us off. Like we were in the wrong place, and he was like,
He went out of his way and then apologized,
Yeah.
you know, for interrupting our meal. That was
Yeah,
the nicest
so
interaction
polite.
we've had so far.
Seriously.
It was
They came.
definitely showcasing how nice and polite people are, and
Yeah.
also willing to help tourists. I
yeah,
think.
even like dummies like us who got on the
Yeah,
wrong
like
train.
I know a ton of people who live here speak English, but even just working with us for pointing and stuff for the menu.
Yeah, we're
people
trying
are so,
to help you. Yeah.
so happy and you know saying thank you so many times.
Yeah.
So it's been great experience as a traveler. Yeah.
Oh, that's good to hear. So another question from our viewers. So was there anything that surprised you about Japanese people? So did you notice anything like unique about Japanese people?
I'm not. She's the person who's super into fashion. Like that's a subculture she really likes exploring here and back where we're from. I'm a little less so. You know, I like dressing up, wearing something sort of nice, but she's the one usually coaching me. But coming here, the Japanese street style, like almost everyone is wearing something that is considered cool or stylish. Like almost everyone, whether they're going to work and wearing a suit and tie or wearing just stuff like that, it's appalling. So I think a lot of people in our country just don't care much about how they present themselves and how they look. So that's something that I'm walking around like all these people have clothes that I want to try on that I want to wear. It's really cool.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't just see someone wearing back
Yeah.
I don't know, something that's not that
So
cool.
did you buy any like a shirt or?
I bought
your
a couple of shirts
Mhm.
that I'm gonna take back. Have you?
Yeah.
What have you bought so far?
I bought a couple things. Vintage, like I got this jumpsuit that I'm super
Mhm.
excited.
Oh, that one's
I bought this bag in Kyoto because I didn't want to. I have some leather bags, but I didn't want them to
That's
get
so
wet.
cute.
It
Yeah.
rained
Yeah.
today, like dumped today. So
yeah.
yeah, I bought a ton of things. So many cute keychains, like
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
from the
Yeah.
Nintendo
Oh.
store. It's so cute.
The pick me.
Yeah,
Yes, the main-
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know this
So
character?
cute. I didn't. I just
Yeah.
thought it was really cute.
Oh, really? This
You-
is a Nintendo game, like TV game. Yeah.
It's
I
cute.
haven't. Is it relatively new? I haven't seen that.
It's pretty famous and
Okay,
popular
cool.
one. So
Yeah.
you should try.
She just
I'll have
thought
to
they were
check
cute,
it out.
so-
Yeah, I know. He was even saying you shouldn't get it if you don't
No,
know it. And I was
they
like,
look
no.
cute. They're like little Teletubbies or something.
Yeah, that's so cute.
Anyway, thank you.
So the last question about from this our viewers. So recently, there has been a big problem about like over tourism in Japan, especially in Tokyo and Kyoto and something like that, and tourist manners. Yeah. So how do you feel about like tourist behavior here in Japan? Did you feel any?
Well, I've thought it's you know, I don't speak the language, so often I would feel bad trying to go out of my way to ask someone, am I going to the right place, or that kind of stuff, which just brings us back to why people are so polite and helpful, because they're always been willing to help us. But I've tried, and I think whenever I travel somewhere, we try to not be so robust and obnoxious and talking incredibly loud. And if one of us are getting carried away in a quiet car, someone's like, hey, you know, let's be respectful of the local people. So I'm trying my best to do that kind of stuff. And I hope that a lot of these other tourists are doing the same. You know, I've learned a few things, like if you're going into the train with a backpack on, maybe carry it on the front so you can see you're not hitting people.
Oh, you know the
Or
Or just,
unwritten
you know,
rules.
I don't know that much. We're
Yeah.
learning, but that's stuff that I keep in mind when I travel. And I think if lots of folks who come here do it, it kind of makes a difference. But,
In your country, does it happen? You know,
Not
the
as much.
over-tourism?
It depends on the area.
I mean, yeah,
like we live near
Seattle.
somewhere
Mhm.
that there's tourists every day, but like if we don't go to like this site, like I don't know, the locks, if we don't go there, then we don't really see them. I don't know.
Yeah, it really depends
But
where you are in the city. It's a global city, but
Yeah.
I can kind of ignore them. And people that usually don't ask me for help, but if they do, I'd be happy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do see that it could be frustrating if like your home city is being kind of like invaded and inundated by all these people.
Definitely.
Yeah, I see. Thank you so much doing this interview. So we have a little gift for you guys.
Oh my
Aw.
gosh.
This is
Oh, cute.
Oh, thank you.
What's that?
Yeah,
So-
we've been
so-
loving the 7-Eleven.
So this is
So good,
called
yeah.
dorayaki.
Thank you.
So it's a Japanese
Yeah.
traditional sweet,
Mhm.
and it's like, you know, 2 small pancakes
Yeah.
Thank
and a
you.
sweet red bean paste, you know, between.
Yeah.
So you wanna try?
Yeah.
Sure. It's good. I really
Is it
like
good?
the red bean
Mm.
paste.
Mhm.
It's really good. We have a
It really is
store, Waijimai, in Seattle. It's a big
Mm.
brand, and they sell lots of Asian food. And every time I go, I try to get something with red bean paste.
Yeah.
A red bean paste. So
Really
it's,
Yeah, this is
so
really
it's gonna
good.
be your you know,
Yeah.
your favorite Japanese food probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, like in our country, 7-Elevens don't really have much.
Yeah, we
Food that
have
you
so
wanna
much
eat?
choice. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys have got noodles, you know, stuff like this. It's amazing. You can go there for a
Mm.
meal, which in our country you never could. So
Yeah.
it's really cool. Just, you know,
Mm.
all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
No, this is delicious. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Thank you for the gift. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Yeah,
Of course.
thank you.
So, any messages for Japanese people who are watching this video?
Hello, and thank you for welcoming us to your beautiful country.
Yeah. Yeah, you have an amazing country. Thanks
Yeah.
for being so polite to us.
Yeah,
I think we're trying to be very respectful of being here without inconveniencing too many of you guys, but thank you for putting up with some tourists who sometimes can go a little too far.
Yeah.
So, thank you.
That's so nice of you.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for
Yeah.
your
Thank you.
time.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.